The United Nations Disaster Assessment and Coordination Mission in the Gambia has ended with addressing significant findings, answering questions related to resource mobilization, and suggesting a way forward in mobilizing further resources for humanitarian aid. Executive Director of the National Disaster Management Agency, Sana Dahaba, said the mission is completed, but work is still ongoing as the report has been drafted. Moses Imendi has the details in this report.
United Nations Disaster Assessment and Coordination Mission was deployed to support the emergency response to the recent flood situation in the Gambia. The team spent the last 3 weeks working on the crisis response by supporting in various areas such as response coordination and assessment, information management, and crisis communication. The team, alongside partners, has been also directly involved in response efforts. In a news conference to close the strategic mission, UNDAC team leader Angus Lamkin identified priority areas they have been working on.
We looked at the key affected regions of the Greater Banjul area, North Bank, Central River region, and Upper River region, and also noted the importance of extending the quality response efforts that have been seen in the Greater Banjul area to the outlying regions and districts. We identified the key areas of water and sanitation, health, food security, and protection, and shelter as being the critical areas that required our required response efforts. I think we see with climate change, with the various pressures that the modern world is placing on society, we see the difficulties in terms of being vulnerable to flooding and other natural disaster incidents. And we commend the resilience efforts that are being implemented in this regard. We see the importance of preparedness and mitigation activities, and we have had opportunity to support planning on these issues, looking ahead to the forthcoming years.
He said a recovery effort for the affected persons to regain their lives is very critical. The team drafted a report highlighting key analysis and assessment of the situation, including recommendations to strengthen the country's resilience to natural disasters. This report is expected to be approved and implemented. Executive Director of Natural Disaster Management Agency, Sana Dahaba, cited that a significant collective effort by the government and partners is ongoing.
Government is the primary duty bearer at the end of the day, but in terms of response, there is a significant collective effort going on, both with the government and their partners, to respond to this flood at the moment. You talk about Kotu stream. I'm happy to inform you that I was part of the people who actually did the study on Kotu stream. As we are talking, the World Bank has allocated $45 million, and then the implementation has started. But in terms of infrastructural development, this will start in December. But that will soon be a history in this country. Just to strengthen the waterways, in terms of the waterway, you can remember the President of the Republic made a policy pronouncement when we went around that the government is securing $70 million from Indian government. All this effort are geared towards strengthening the resilience of the community and also create conducive environment when it comes to flooding in this country.
The Gambia government and humanitarian partners were summoned to action immediately after the country suffered its worst flooding in decades. According to NDMA, the flood affected at least 40,000 people, including more than 8,000 children under the age of 5. The United Nations Disaster Assessment and Coordination (UNDAC) team is part of the Office for Coordination of Humanitarian Affairs (OCHA) and the International Emergency Response System for Sudden Onset Emergencies. It was created in 1993. Moses Imendi, Eyeafrica News.